Hey, welcome back to another video. So, as you guys know, I'm going to be making many videos in the upcoming weeks, so be in tune for that. Again, thank you for all the support so far. It's been amazing. So, today what I wanted to talk about was building your foundation. Building your foundation to, you know, determine a better future for yourself. And I find that a lot of people struggle with that. Imagine a skyscraper. So a skyscraper, one earthquake, one storm, and it could all collapse, right? It's built up vertically, it's built up to the point where, you know, loads of buildings, loads of things are set. But if the foundation of that skyscraper isn't set first, one earthquake or one storm could make the whole thing come crashing down. And that's why it's really important to remember that with a foundation, it's needed, right? It's needed to have that foundation. It's needed to build a foundation that's worth building, have it set in place so that you know what you're going to do. You must plan all the way up until the end. This is one of the laws in the 48 laws of power, where Robert Greene talks about planning all the way until the end. It's necessary. It really is. It's necessary. I've read it myself, and I can honestly wholeheartedly tell you that it's much easier to build that foundation when, you know, you have a set plan. You have a set plan in mind. So in faith, for example, you want to try and build that foundation every day. You want to try and work towards that every day. You want to try and build it every day. You want to try and do it every day. But the key thing here is to remember that God is on your side. God is always on your side. He always loves you. He's always going to be with you. And he's not going to, you know, you're going to have a set plan in place, and you're going to try and work towards that. And it's important that what you want to do with yourself is in a set plan of motion to where you're not going to burn yourself out. Equally, not be too much in the comfort zone where you can't stay into that committed field with a healthy life balance, right? So in discipline as well, in self-discipline, like, you know, getting up, doing the task first, doing the things that need to be done even though you don't want to do them necessarily at the time. It's very important to take action and take control of what you want to do. And specifically, it's wise to build that foundation. It's wise to, you know what your foundation is before you start going ahead and building up and trying to build that status and trying to build that wealth. I can think of my example video. For example. That was contradictory, wasn't it? My example, for example, where I've just started creating these YouTube videos, right? I've got no idea what I'm getting myself into, but my foundation is I'm creating content around helping you guys, specifically you guys, whoever's watching this. You know, this is for everyone. This is for my believers of Christ, people, you know, even people who don't believe in God that are going to watch this video. I encourage you that, you know, the Lord is real, and the Lord has helped me in so many different ways that I'm able to give these messages to you right now. This is why I'm able to give you these messages, because they're, you know, they make sense in my head, where I feel like I can spread my knowledge and spread the gospel to help with you guys. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Just saying. So, you know, that's always the one I come to when it talks about building a foundation, just purely because, you know, it is how it is. If you really want to get into the meat and potatoes of this topic, it's important to talk about, like, the core message of what I mean by building a foundation, right? Like, because I'm probably just yapping away at this bit, but everything I've just said so far, it makes sense, but it's like, well, it's going to work differently for different people, right? It's going to work differently for me, it's going to work differently for someone else, it's going to work differently for their, you know, family, relatives, whatever. So everyone's foundation is different. So another thing as well, like, if you're looking at someone who has a current foundation but it doesn't match yours, don't be expected to, for what works for them is not going to work for you. That's why, you know, building your own routine and your own discipline habits and building your way up there, it's gonna be, it's still the same form of discipline, but it's not gonna be the exact same as someone else's. It never is, because depending on what job you have, depending on, you know, your work life, your not work life, where you're, you know, you're a family and friends and whatnot, it's very it can become very difficult to try and align that with, you know, the people that you're currently working with. It's not always going to work out, because likewise with the people that you're talking to, they're not always going to have the same foundation as you. That's just it, really. There's nothing else to it. So, you know, you have to be wise in thinking about and appreciating that others are working hard as well. You might not see, you know, you might not see what other people are doing. It's most often in the dark, they say, like in the dark, where, you know, you don't see what people are doing behind the scenes. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know the hard work they're putting in every day. And that's absolutely true. I absolutely agree with that. I believe it's very underlooked, personally, especially in modern times like these, where a lot of people are drawn to, you know, comparison and letting that be the thief of their joy, and everyone's just depressed and working. And this is why I like doing YouTube, because so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm having a lot of fun because it makes a lot of sense to do this. It makes a lot of sense because it's just been working in my favor, and I honestly love doing this. This is something I love doing, and I'm going to keep doing it for years to come. Honestly, I'm actually really enjoying YouTube, so, and I hope that the support I do get along the way will match that as well. So if you do ever comment on these videos and you do ever like these videos, every like, every comment, much appreciated. So I want to thank you for the audience who's watching, and if you're a newcomer, if this is the first time you're watching this video, I want to say I'm proud of you, because not a lot of people want to listen to authenticity nowadays. A lot of people just want to get in that short attention span of knowledge. They don't want to listen to someone talk to them like a real person. My mum was telling me this yesterday. She was saying, like, you know, the way that I talk to the camera feels natural. The way I talk to the camera feels like I'm talking to a real person, and that is what I want to do. I want to talk, and, you know, that for me is my foundation. Trying to talk to you guys like I would as a normal person. Not that, you know, obviously it's the same as talking to a real person. I'm not trying to recreate that stimulus. I'm trying to make it feel like that, so the knowledge that you're getting across makes sense to you. Because everyone gets knowledge across differently, where my way of getting knowledge across to you guys is through social media and building a foundation of where it's, one, enjoyable, two, I can put in the hard work to get these videos out, and overall has a healthy life balance. That's just how I roll. That is how I get my messages across, and how I like to get my messages across overall. So again, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please come along and follow up in the journey. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Amen.